Hello and welcome back to Too Many Books. My name is Sean, and today we have a Lividian Publications unboxing. Slightly different packing format. They've been usually using foam for their books. Oh, there's still some foam in here. Instead, we have a box within a box with some bubble wrap and then some tinier foam. This, my friends, is The Haunted by Bentley Little. And is there a bookmark in this one? If it is, maybe it's in the book already. We're going to find out. Yeah, so Lividian Publications and Brian James Freeman are on a Bentley Little kick. They did the store a couple years back. They did The Haunted. They're working on The House. They're working on The Resort. They're working on another one that I'm drawing a blank on. But anyways, this, my friends, is the numbered edition of The Haunted, featuring the classic die-cut slipcase that we have come to know and love. At least I love it, from Lividian Publications. It's nice. It's a very nice slipcase. I like the job they do here. Featuring Dirk Berger's artwork peeking through in all its color glory. Oh, there's the bookmark. It's inside. Lividian is doing little numbered bookmarks that match your copy. So I am number 191, featuring Dirk Berger's artwork. Now, the only downside to Lividian's editions is that the numbered editions, we are going back in time. We got some, ancient, kind of colonial, Middle Age era conquistadors on the left there, following the family on the right, kind of going through time. But the numbered editions, they're very nice publications, but unfortunately they have black and white artwork. I was actually just talking about this the other day. Yesterday, I did the unboxing for The Wounded Land, Thomas Covenant's book 1 of series 2 from Stephen R. Donaldson of Grimhook Press. And I kind of went off on a random tangent there, talking about how it always sucks when you take color artwork and you descale it and turn it black and white. And unfortunately, this is one such case. This is signed, of course, by Dirk Berger, Bentley Little, and Scott Nicholson, who provides an introduction or an afterword, one or the other. No relation to Jack. Scott Nicholson, you may know as the author of The Red Church. It's a good novel there. That received a Cemetery Dance edition. Foreword by Scott Nicholson, and an introduction by Bentley Little. How about that? But as I was saying, unfortunately, the artwork in this edition, in the numbered edition, has been turned into grayscale from the original color artwork. If you want the color artwork, you have to go with the lettered edition, which I would love, but my wallet hurts. So I do have quite a few lettered editions from Lividian. Thankfully, I've gotten a bunch of PC copies through either grab bags, or I've purchased them at reduced rates being a PC copy. So maybe I can snag a PC copy one day of this one. I will say the lettered editions are spectacular. We're talking about nicer boards. We're talking about nicer, paper. It's almost like cardstock for some of the paper. You put a numbered edition and a lettered edition side by side, you are going to see the upgrades from one to the other. In fact, there are several videos that I have on my channel that have actually done that. They've put, the numbered store against the lettered store, the numbered Gone South against the lettered Gone South. It's apples and oranges comparing the two. Personally, I would love to see the artwork in color in these numbered editions. I'm sure there are other people out there who would agree with me. I imagine it would be pretty significant price jump, especially having, the slipcase included already. I don't know if he would go a route. He did go this route one time. I think it was just one time, with Them by W.H. Chismar, where he offered the slipcase as an option, kind of like Grimhook does. Which I don't know how that turned out. I don't know the sales numbers on that. Only Brian James Freeman can tell us. But if you could, make a change so that you could have the color artwork, I would absolutely love it. But I know that would probably, I'm sure there are plenty of purchasers and customers out there who are totally fine with just the black and white artwork, or with the smaller price tag because of the black and white artwork. So it's, many sides to this battle. Now this is actually a Bentley Little novel that I read many years ago, back when Audible first launched Audible Plus. No idea how many years ago that was. But I distinctly recall, seeing the email of like, yeah, you get Audible Plus now. You're an Audible member, and now you can have this like free audiobook catalog. And I remember hopping in there and saying, I wonder what's in this catalog. And the first title that jumped out at me was Bentley Little's The Haunted, this title right here. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. So I listened to that, however many years ago that was. I don't know, 7 years ago, 8 years ago, fewer years ago. I mean, time is irrelevant at this point. Ever since 2020, it's, I don't know what, it was pre-2020, I know that. But I enjoyed the novel. It has a similar Bentley Little feel, but it's not following his typical pattern. His typical pattern is small little family in Arizona town, or small everyman in an Arizona town who comes face to face with some sort of twisted evil. Something that, sweet Willie Nelson shirt there, something that is, a regular aspect of society, but has been twisted by Bentley Little, whether it be the mailman or the consultants or what have you, or the DMV from his newer titles. But this one isn't quite that. This is more of a traditional haunted house story, but a more perverted one because it's Bentley Little, so you're gonna get some sexual content there. I remember this had one of the most surprisingly better Bentley Little endings from his novels. His novels will sometimes end on not necessarily cliffhangers, but they'll leave unanswered questions. It's the mailman kind of leaves a pretty big, like, okay, where do we go from here kind of situation. Like, yeah, the mailman has been defeated, but you get your strange unanswered things in the mail. I'm going to keep it vague like that. But I remember with Haunted, it actually has like a definitive ending. No open-endedness, no unanswered questions. I remember it being like a legitimate ending, and I was actually pretty impressed with it back when I read it. I mean, yeah, it is just a haunted house story. Family moves to a new town. I don't remember, was it even in Arizona? I'm sure it was in Arizona. I don't recall. But family moves to a new town into a house that is rumored to be the haunted house. Everyone knows this is the haunted house. And they move in. There was a pretty gruesome murder-suicide in this house. Think your little Amityville horror kind of situation. And the family was not aware of that at the time. And they definitely all experience strange occurrences in this house. It's no secret. They hold. I remember specifically they hold a house party. They invite the whole neighborhood in, and like the whole neighborhood like witnesses haunted activity. But unfortunately, the family isn't able, like through some compulsion, which kind of is the evil putting its tendrils in you. The family's not really able to just kind of pack up and leave. They can't just forego the house, cut their losses, and try to sell it. So I mean, if you like Amityville horror, or if you're like me and you don't like Amityville horror because you like the concept of Amityville horror but you hate the novel itself, then the Haunted is definitely a good one to check out. This, I think, is also one of those ones that is still weirdly very accessible. I mean, the novel came out 2012, I believe. But Bentley Little isn't really a novel you typically find, a novelist you find in bookstores. I mean, maybe secondhand bookstores. But like current new paperbacks, you don't really see too many of them. Like The Store you see with new editions, and I'm pretty sure The Haunted received some new editions as well. I distinctly remember seeing the paperback cover of like a trap door, like a basement door with like ghostly hands coming up the frame of the door. Now, this particular edition, the signed edition, I believe is fully sold out through Lividian. Most of their titles do sell out pretty quickly. So I highly recommend signing up for their newsletter, signing up for Brian James Freeman's Patreon, even if it's at the free level. The amount of advance notices you get through there is exceptional. Now, like I said, there are some more Bentley Little novels coming down the line. So if you want to see those, and maybe you missed out on them, be sure to subscribe to the channel here, because I will continue to do Lividian unboxings as I receive them. I do at least one book review a week with all those other unboxings in between those. But anyways, check out Lividian Publications. Like I said, The numbered edition might not be nearly as fancy as the letter edition. It might have black and white artwork, which surprisingly looked decent in this one. You know, sometimes you lose some stuff when you decolorize it, but it held up when I was flipping through. Would it be better in color? Absolutely. That's always going to be the case. But it still looks pretty damn good. But check out Lividian Publications, check out Bentley Little, and we'll see you around next time.